Good morning. So, a slight change of pace today. I decided, although I'm technically already late, that I would do my video this morning because I knew I was doing a dinner tonight. I'd come home late and blah, 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 blah. Plus, I thought I'd actually let you guys see me in the light of day for a change um, when I've actually got up in the morning. Yeah, I have some seriously big hair. Wow. Oh. Anyway, also, a change of pace. I was looking at my topic for today, and I thought, oh, I talked about hunger and eating last night, and it was supposed to be about emotional eating today. So I switched a couple, and so this morning I'm talking about motivation, um, keeping it, where does it go, all of that good sort of stuff. So I read once that really motivation weans after 6 months. Interesting that everybody talks about the first 6 months as their honeymoon period on weight loss surgery. I don't know why that 6 months happened, but I do agree because I have done the up and down the scale thing a couple of times, and when I get really focused, it does seem like 6 months you're just kind of like, oh, enough already, I want to take a breath. Because it takes so much focus and energy and sticking to something fundamentally you don't really want to do, which is maybe that's the problem. Oh, see, I even get the sneezes first thing in the morning. Maybe it's the talking thing, except for I don't do this all day at work, so I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, um, there's kind of two big things of motivation. There's the million different choices you make every day that keep you motivated to move forward. And then there's the, okay, I'm going to get the train going. And I have both of those. Um, or at least I try to have both of those. I can't say because I don't feel like the big train is moving yet. Although I've been doing this for, what, 11 days? I don't even remember. Um, the big train is not moving, but that's why I'm doing this, is to get the big train moving. And what I mean by that is when you've been doing something consistently, it's not that it becomes a habit, it's that the ball is rolling. Um, and as it starts rolling, it stays easier to keep rolling until about that 6 month part when you're like, oh my God, I'm done pushing. Um, but it's getting that ball rolling. I mean, I know you know what I'm talking about. It's that, okay, well, I'm going to start on Monday and I'm going to push the ball forward. I'm going to push the ball forward. I'm going to push the ball forward. I want to know what happens on Saturdays and Sundays, by the way, that basically throws the ball out the window another day. Um, but it is that big train, and part of why I'm doing this exercise is to get the big ball. I keep using all sorts of analogies, but you have to forgive me, it's too early in the morning. Keep the ball rolling forward and get that forward momentum. And kind of the reverse happens with motivation is, what was that, Eat This, Not That book? He talked about, that a weight loss is a climb of a mountain. You just have to keep plugging forward, and if you slip, not to say, oh, well, I completely blew it today, I'm just going to blow it for the rest of the day and throw yourself down the mountain, but just slip, get up, and kind of carry on that mountain too. That's, I think, the other hard part of it is finding the motivation when you're having to go back down a path you've already been down, which is certainly where I am at the moment. Um, I mean, it's not a very long path, and I've certainly been down this path before, but it's different. I mean, like the first time, and I'm going to talk about the last like decade. The first time I really lost weight was when I added running into my life for the first time. And it was like it was a fresh new thing, and I had the motivation. And yes, it's about what you're eating, but because I was running and finding a new thing, it was a new path. Um, I forget what was my second one. Probably getting married, to be quite honest with you. As much as I'd like to think I didn't stay focused to get into the dress, I did. And so it was new. And then with the weight loss surgery, when I lost, it was it was new because of the weight loss surgery. And that's why I think, for people who have continued and continue to try, it's finding the new. It's why everybody starts a new plan or a new diet. I'm guilty of that now. Um, I almost the other day ordered a food service so I wouldn't have to think about it. And then I thought, well, what are you doing? The whole idea is to get comfortable A, with yourself and where you are and who you are, but B, get comfortable with food. The exercise is, yes, is about getting the scale to go back down, but more about getting that monkey off my back. And by relying on somebody else to feed me, I'm not solving the problem, which is kind of a little bit of what weight loss surgery has done. It's just helped me on my way. This is a bit more of a philosophical conversation than just motivation. So anyway, back to the motivation piece of it. So the other piece of motivation is those little tiny decisions you make every single day. So like this morning, I got up and ran again this morning. Not very far, but I certainly got up. And I feel better for doing it this morning. But that 15, 20 minutes of snooze alarm in the morning where it's just me laying there going, oh God, it's dark, it's cold, I'm comfy, I want to sleep longer. Although technically I know I would be wide awake in about 30 minutes even if the alarm hadn't gone off. It's making that tiny decision. It's, when I go out to dinner tonight, making that tiny decision not to have not the wrong thing on the menu, but to make the right choice on the menu. It's the 20 times a day, and I kid you not, 20 times a day, I walk past our front desk at the office that has a giant bowl of mini chocolate things and a giant bowl of candy corn, and saying no every single time. It's the number of times that I go into the back kitchen to get a water or coffee or something, and there are racks and racks and racks of snacks, and saying no to it then. It's all of those tiny decisions and staying motivated and focused throughout the day. That's really the exhausting part. Um, what I've found is that running in the morning, while not only good for you, kind of reminds you during the day, okay, stay on task, stay there, whatever it is. And I'm not saying you have to get up and run in the morning. I don't know if it's, maybe for me it's now going to be getting up and doing a video first thing in the morning. We're going to see how that works. You certainly get a slightly less haggard and grainy looking me at this hour. But it's that. So that's a little of my rant in the morning about motivation. I'm interested to see how having a rant in the morning about motivation has helped me through the rest of the day. There's a topic coming up soon where I talk about this whole process and what it's doing with my head. Yeah. Anyway, that's my morning chat. Sorry if I sound a little croaky. You're the first people I've talked to today. I will talk to you later. Have a good day.